Hey, this is Dewey, and welcome to Old Man Yellen. We're back to AI because one of the most influential companies in the world decided they are an AI company now. And the thought is just unpleasant. So let's go through what they talked about and why I don't want it. They started with Gemini Omni, a new model that can create any output from any input. As an example, they added a prompt for a claymation explaining how protein folds. What was generated was objectively great looking clay animation type video. Clay animation is an art form that requires a lot of time and effort, but it's worth it because of the unique and, well, nostalgic look that it provides. To see such a beloved art style be reduced to a bunch of prompts was disheartening. Even if I look at it from a practical point of view, now anyone can create professional looking visuals and have the audio to match that. While I understand the tech savvy people can check if the video is made by AI or not, for most of the population, it will be impossible to tell it's AI, and the spread of misinformation will just get worse. You can give it your own video and have AI edit it for you. Just adjust the details and styles with prompts, and they introduced it how it can make changes in a really fun way. I really hope they have proper safeguards on this and it doesn't become another grok situation with women and kids being targeted. Not to forget people using videos for extortions and frauds, because that would really be not fun. They talk about synth ID, watermark that's invisible to the naked eye, and how it has watermarked over more than 100 billion images and videos and 60,000 years of audio. Now they're adding content credential verification across products, including search and Chrome. You can circle the search and ask if it was generated with AI. They showed an example of how Gemini can tell that the picture was captured with camera but edited with AI. So, circle to search, the feature that no one uses, well, they created a use case for it. The thing that is truly infuriating is that they already have watermarks. They already have ways to identify AI media, but they won't make it easy for us. You know what would help? Rather than watermark being invisible to the naked eye, just make it visible. Just make it so people can tell that the content is AI generated. Many of my concerns with AI will be remedied by just that. But of course, they won't do that. People in general don't like AI content. If it's clearly labeled as such, people won't watch it, and in turn, these AI companies cannot justify sucking up all the resources on Earth. Honestly, the whole you can check if it's AI or not thing feels like something they introduced to appease the critics and nothing else. Then they talk about how much AI is being used for generating code by devs at Google. To be honest, with Android, haven't had as many issues as Microsoft, but I guess time will tell what this increase in AI generated code means for Android and Google stability in the long run. Anti gravity, their vibe coding agent thing, they showed how it can build a working operating system from scratch, which it did. Then they glazed themselves talking about how fast this was made compared to manually making an OS. And I gotta say, this part of the video felt a little too scripted. Like, they talk about running Doom, but he already knows that the OS that was made by the AI agents cannot run Doom because of a few missing drivers. He asks the AI to fix the issue, and then it runs fine. Entire thing felt like smoke and mirrors. I'm not that knowledgeable about coding, but I do understand if AI cannot fix the mistake it made, since it was wipe coded, you probably won't be able to fix it yourself. Not to forget, with all the hacks and ransomwares that have been happening, I don't know how well this code will do in such situations. On a side note, when introducing anti gravity, the guy talks about how the CEO used it to fix a bug in Google Codebase. And then he paused, which I'm pretty sure it was for an applause, but no one applauded, so it felt like awkward silence. There were a few other bits of awkward silences like that, but that was my favorite. Also, you know how they want to do all subtitles on YouTube with AI? Well, the guy talks about how anti gravity is unabashedly agent first, focusing on core agent conversations. But the subtitles read Anti gravity is unabashedly Asian first, focusing on core Asian conversations. Asian people rejoice, I guess? Like, this is from YouTube's official video, by the way, from the Google YouTube page. But I guess things like this are bound to happen when you entirely rely on AI and don't have a human to check their work. Then comes Gemini Spark, taking action on your behalf under your direction. Yeah, right. They talk about having the AI agent write an email summarizing the event and sending it to specific person, to which I say, cool. Planning a block party, agent needs to grab all the RSVPs, keep a list of who's getting what, email those who haven't signed up yet, and Spark will do its thing step by step. Now see, this sounds nice, but I feel like it's for those who are meticulously organized. Write proper names, make proper groups, and so on and so forth. Would be pretty awkward when you meant Megan FedEx, but the agent sends it to Megan X, and all of a sudden you have a crazy X on your lawn with your wife getting ready to murder you. Unfortunate situation. But still, with a little less control given to the AI and better input from the human side, I can understand the use of it. They talk about how invasive it can be. Reading through all your emails and documents. If you feel okay with that, sure, why not? It seems like a proper assistant if you're okay with giving it access to all your digital information. Next, they talk about search. And this gave me a headache. They are turning Google search to AI search for those whom search is too complicated of a task. Billions of facts updated a minute, billions of new web pages indexed every day, and connections to an infinite range of human perspectives. This line truly rubbed me the wrong way. Earlier, they mentioned how their watermark has tagged billions of media. Are you certain those connections are human? Because seems to me there's a lot more AI slop out there with human connection and perspectives disappearing. AI powered suggestions so you can keep your brain smooth as butter. Don't even have to put effort into formulating sentences. Biggest change to the iconic search box. The search box that made Google? Yeah, clearly AI slop is the next evolution. Chatbot brings everything to you right there. So, no need to visit websites anymore. Not like these websites need clicks for monetization or something. Even if the website shut down, AI can just make something up. Forget connections to an infinite range of human perspectives. Think more connections to an infinite data centers. Connections to an infinitely growing stock price. Yay. Next, they talk about agents in search box. First example is about stocks. I understand how a bot working 24/7 to look for news on a particular company where you have a vested interest in can be useful. But at the same time, I wonder if it causes concern about market manipulation. I'm not well acquainted with the stock side of things, but let's take an example. Someone with insider information at Google knows what particular stock is being watched by many people. So they buy calls on the stock, use AI to create a fake news story, use bots to circulate the story over social media. Stock gets bought, they make a pretty penny, and when the dust settles, people bought something over false information and someone else gets to profit from it. I'm just spitballing here. On the topic of market manipulation, isn't allowing your chatbot to make suggestions on stock conflict of interest? If Google can nudge AI agent in certain direction, that is what will be recommended, which feels iffy. But as I said, I'm not knowledgeable on stocks. What do I know? I'm broke, so really don't need to worry about this. Going back to AI search thing, they kept coming back to AI agents and how you can tell them your needs and look for deals and so on. And well, again, this feels problematic because Google is an ad company. They have incentive to show some deals over others, but at the same time they are a company. So I understand them finding ways to make money. For me personally, it just feels like they are at a point where it would be difficult for me to trust Google search. There was more about AI overview answering queries with illustrations and information. Well, is Google liable when the information is incorrect and causes someone harm? If your search delivers misinformation on a complex topic, who is it really for? This is so stupid. Next was a planner. Again, that's a personal choice if you want AI to go through all your data or not. It seems like a neat thing to have personally customized planners and whatnot. If that's your thing, you do you. Next came in shopping. The whole universal shopping cart thing is, again, I guess, a personal preference. Because of all the scam websites and products out there, I personally wouldn't use it, but I can understand how it can be useful. Next, they talk about Gemini and its ability to generate images, video, and music. If you've listened to my last podcast, you know my thoughts on this. Scourge of human essence is how I would describe it. Finally, AI glasses. To give you help in the moment without taking you out of it. Whatever the fuck that means. They connect to your phone and give you hands free help all day long. Because, it's too inconvenient to pull out your phone and look up something. Talking about your search out loud like a lunatic is the way to go. Taking photos of strangers has never been easier, all without reaching for your phone in your pocket. Well, that was one of the largest companies in the world pivoting towards a full on AI integration. If they truly believe this is the way to go, least they could do is enable comments on the video. This was exhausting to watch. It feels like AI is a novelty that's being fed a tremendous amount of resources, all because few people need it to succeed so they can make more money that they have no use for. For now, all I want is a proper visible watermark, man. I'm tired of explaining to my aging parents that the video is fake or having to continuously worry that they will injure themselves trying a remedy from one of those fake AI slot videos. It's an exhausting time to be the tech literate one in the family right now. Going back to it again, in a twist of irony, I asked Google's Gemini to write a 2-minute article on the Google Keynote and the harm it can cause to humanity. After a brief sum up of the video, Gemini goes, but behind the seamless demos lies a darker question. What harm does handing over this level of autonomy cause to humanity? The hidden cost of an AI driven society. While 24/7 digital butler sounds convenient, the societal trade offs of the agentic era pose deep existential and psychological risks. The death of critical thinking and agency. With the redesign of the 25-year-old search box into a conversational synthesis machine, humans are encouraged to stop browsing the web and simply talk to Google. When an AI curates, prioritizes, and decides what information is relevant via features like Daily Brief, human agency shrinks. We risk outsourcing our critical thinking, letting algorithms dictate our daily priorities and perspectives. The erosion of shared reality. Gemini Omni makes video generation and deep contextual swapping incredibly easy, even letting users drop their own faces and voices into generated clips. Despite Google's push for transparency with invisible synth ID watermarking, the sheer volume of perfectly synthesized hyper-realistic content will inevitably supercharge misinformation, making truth a premium commodity and fracturing social trust. The ultimate brain hack. As AI integration deepens into smart glasses and everyday workspaces, Our attention is continuously commodified. When digital systems track our behavior, emails, and finances 24/7 to optimize our lives, they also gain unprecedented psychological leverage. The constant reliance on autonomous systems can worsen anxiety, deepen digital addiction, and isolate individuals in hyper personalized algorithmic bubbles. Systemic depersonalization. As we delegate human to human coordination, like organizing community events, drafting personal messages, or summarizing meetings, the friction that defines genuine human interaction is polished away. We risk creating a sterile culture where automated efficiency is prioritized over authentic connection. The tech architecture showcased at the keynote is undeniably brilliant. Oh, is it? However, as these agents step into the background of human life, we must ask ourselves, in the pursuit of frictionless living, are we accidentally frictioning a way that makes us human? Well, there you have it, right from Google's Gemini. I need a drink. At the end, after listening to all of this, if you still believe it's valid for companies to put out this tech without accountability, if you refuse to acknowledge that this tech has issues and a conversation needs to happen to make it safer, well, what do I know? I'm just an old man yelling. This is Dewey signing off.